I have a confession to make. I'm deeply, borderline pathologically obsessed with ice cream. Even my closest friends look at me in absolute shock sometimes. For me, it's not just a summer treat. It feels like life itself. My favorite ritual used to be eating ice cream alone. Picture this: 10:30 p.m., walking out of the library, spine aching from a heavy backpack loaded with engineering books and a laptop. I'd walk past my bicycle, choosing to walk an extra kilometer back to my dorm, just to stop by a convenience store for a vanilla cone. In the crisp autumn night, ice cream wouldn't melt. I'd take massive bites, letting the coldness and the dairy shock my mouth. Through years of rigorous training, I could finish a cone in exactly 3 or 5 bites. Ice cream, cold wind, a good playlist. To me, back then, that was the absolutely definition of a perfect, cozy night. I used to doing things alone, eating in the restaurants, going to a cinema, even visiting the hospital. I loved the feeling of not needing any permission, and there is a strong thrill to an independent life. But honestly, when the loneliness creeps in late at night, it still stings. But back then, I knew that no matter where I was, I could always find a 24-hour store or a nearby McDonald's. Ice cream was that one reliable friend who was always there. When I was sad or anxious, it was my edible aspirin. When I was happy, it was a magical switch that dialed the season straight back to summer. And there is nothing more beautiful than the imagination of summer. All my emotions, joy, grief, anxiety, loneliness, were tightly bound to a $2 diary product. Until one night, everything changed. I caught my reflection in the storefront windows. I was aggressively, almost violently, stuffing the ice cream into my mouth. There was no joy, no satisfaction, no mindfulness. It was just a numb, compulsive reaction to stress. In an exact second, a profound sadness hit me. I felt like a wild animal in a nature documentary trapped in a cage, being forcefully injected with a heavy tranquilizer, slipping into unconsciousness while fighting it. I asked myself how a dessert became my universal cure for life problem. It reminded me of that heavy, unforgettable line from Friends when they told Monica during her emotional eating phase, "Monica, it's just the food, not love. You can't fix a problem if you can't name it." So I sat down with my journal and dissected my obsession. I realized my addiction isn't random. It was built on 3 visible pillars. First, childhood comfort. Growing up, summer meant buying ice cream in bulk. It was tied to watching cartoons, family gatherings. It tasted like safety and pure love. Second, pop culture copying. I grew up watching movies where the heartbroken characters always cries into a giant tub of ice cream. Subconsciously, I copied it until sadness equals to ice cream become a hardwired mechanism in my brain. Third, a tiny rebellion. In traditional households, eating cold food is always criticized as bad for your health. So every bite I took in the dark felt like a tiny victory, a declaration of independence over my own body. I realized that as an adult, every time I swallowed this sweet coldness, it wasn't just food. It's a placebo prayer. I was begging ice cream to bring back my childhood safety, to heal me like a movie character, to give me freedom. but placebo developed a tolerance. When real-life anxiety overloaded me, the prayer broke down. The magic spell shattered. It wasn't healing me anymore, it was hurting me. And once you see the illusion what it is, letting go becomes surprisingly easy. I still love ice cream, but now, when the loneliness knocked my door, I look at it and think, it's delicious, but it's just ice cream, it's not love. And the girl who used to need a dessert as a crutch, she's now perfectly capable of walking through the dark, empty-handed, all on her own.